hitting rock bottom, newborn triplets, and a laptop have in common. Imagine losing everything, then clawing your way back with 3 infant babies in tow and a crash course in SEO. This wild story did not just change my life. It became the exact strategy that could flip your business upside down in the best way possible. Hey friend, welcome. I'm your host, Ann Kibler, triplet mama, proud daughter of immigrants, digital marketing geek, and founder of Charlottesville Wedding Hair and Makeup Artist and Profit Overflow, a digital marketing agency here in Charlottesville, Virginia. This show is for the business owner who's tired of chasing leads and ready to create lead generation overflow online and on autopilot. Because around here, we believe your business should work for you, not the other way around. And if I'm being honest, this podcast almost didn't happen. I'm an introvert at heart, and the thought of putting myself out there like this, it's really terrifying. But something in me knew that I had to do it, not because I wanted to be seen, but because I wanted to help. I believe that we all have a call of contribution, and this is mine. Growing up, I was the ESL pullout kid. My parents immigrated here. I'm half white, my mom is Belgian, and half Asian. My dad is Filipino. English was not my first language. I was always one of the weird ones, but I was also the one with the big ideas. God bless my imagination. I remember selling candy bars in high school to raise money for a fashion trip because I was determined to go, even though we didn't have the money. That scrappy spirit followed me into adulthood. I started my first truly successful, scalable, online, real business, Charlottesville Makeup Artist, with nothing but a netbook, no connections, and zero budget. I hustled hard, and I eventually learned how to make the internet work for me instead of just working harder myself all the time. Eventually, that business became a mini empire that is profitable, scalable, and truly changed my life and all the amazing people that I employ in 3 countries. I attribute this business's success to my obsession and my full-fledged geekiness over tech and that movie. You know that movie Goonies? Do you remember that Asian kid Dada with the inventions? Nate likes to make fun of me and call me that kid. Yeah, I'm a geek like that. Sometimes I like to think of my business as technology business that's global, but just happens to do hair and makeup. That leads me to the story that really changed everything. In 2012, I started my beauty business with nothing but grit and determination. I cold called, knocked on doors, and hustled the old-fashioned way. It worked, but it was slow, painful, and exhausting. Then I discovered something that changed everything, the power of being found on the internet. I taught myself SEO from scratch, poring over Google's manuals, and within 3 years, my website dominated the top of every online search result in my field. Leads flooded in and my business thrived. But then life happened. In 2020, during the pandemic, I gave birth to 3 babies in one shot. That's right, triplets. Overnight, our lives turned into straight survival mode. I juggled nursing, pumping, sleepless nights while keeping my business afloat. Mother, business owner, wife, but mostly full-on sleep deprivation mode. Marketing fell to the wayside. I focused only on the bare minimum to serve my clients and keep my premature triplets alive. Fast forward to 2012, and the cracks began to show. My monthly leads that were once 30 to 70 strong plummeted, down to 2 to 5. I was in a free fall, watching my business that I poured my heart and soul into for almost a decade just slip through my fingers. And then I made a critical mistake. While moving homes, I changed my Google business profile's address, a move I knew better than to make. Google locked me out of my profile entirely. Suddenly, I was invisible. No leads, no inquiries, no way to even respond to reviews or update my listings. It was like my business had disappeared from the map. I hit rock bottom, business-wise. I had 2 choices: lay down and let my business die, or fight to resurrect it. I've always been a fighter. Those of you who know me know that. So I chose to fight. With no time and little money, I started reaching out to agencies and experts, desperate for help. Then something kind of miraculous happened. The CEO and founder of a top SEO agency contacted me directly. He had been looking for a struggling business to showcase on his YouTube series. Mine happened to be the perfect fit. I told him about the triplets, the move, getting unverified on Google. He felt compelled to help me. No more wasting time figuring it out alone. This time, I could go full speed ahead and style. Without hesitation, I said yes. God threw me a lifeline, and I was gripping it with everything I had. I wasn't just dabbling this time. I went all in, taking massive action, building momentum, getting better every step of the way, and watching real results unfold right before my eyes. Every win fueled my fire, and every challenge sharpened my skills. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, my dormant love of online marketing it came roaring back to life. My passion was reignited, and my energy was just, ask Nate, uncontainable. I was back in the game, and I was having the time of my life. The fast track wasn't just a concept, it became my reality. Together, we rebuilt everything. My website, my Google business profile, my online reputation. I worked side by side and learned from one of the best in the industry, applying every insider trick and real-world strategy. Slowly but surely, my business began to rise again. And when it did, about a year later, it soared. I wasn't just back to where I was before. I was dominating in ways I never thought possible. Leads came pouring in like they never did before, and my business became unstoppable. That year, I stood on stage at a digital marketing conference. It was 2024 in October, as his special guest, sharing my story of transformation and triumph. And that's when the idea hit me. Why aren't I doing this? What if I could do this for other businesses? Ding! I knew how it felt to struggle, to watch your hard work crumble, to feel invisible in a crowded market, to question if you'll ever recover. I also knew the way out. That's why I started my agency and named it Profit Overflow, to help business owners like you get more clients on autopilot, to give you the tools and strategies not just to survive, but to thrive, to have fun, to turn your website into lead generating machine. 24-hour salesperson that never sleeps, that never takes time off, that never takes smoke breaks, and that never stops. To have people come to you instead of having to go out and find them. To make your business impossible to ignore. To get you the edge over your competitors. I've been where you are. I know the pain of watching your leads dry up and feeling overwhelmed by the complexity of online marketing and wondering, how will I make this all work? When will I find the time? I also know what it feels like to win, and I want to bring that same transformation to you. If you're ready to take your business to another level, stop feeling invisible, and start seeing results, let's talk. You don't have to do this alone. My team and I will be with you every step of the way, turning your business into the success story it was always meant to be. Together, we'll make your business thrive. This podcast, I want to build your overflow. Call it a coincidence? Nah, that was just God's perfect timing. Not an accident, but alignment. So I sat with it for a minute, and then it hit me. That moment on stage, that was my pivotal point. The moment that everything just shifted. A day, a moment I will never forget. And this podcast, this moment right here is your moment. Because I know the pain of watching your leads dry up, of feeling invisible, of wondering if all your hard work will ever pay off. But I also know what it feels like to rise, to get your visibility back, to build a business that flows with clients instead of fighting to survive. That's what we're doing here every week. You'll learn how to build strategies, authority, generate leads, and become impossible to ignore, starting with the one thing that matters the most in today's world, your online reputation. If you've ever felt like you were made for more, but didn't know where to start, this show's for you. We're kicking this off with all the tools, stories, strategies you need to create overflow in your own business. And next week, we're diving into the one thing that matters more than any ad, any post, any video, your trust factor. Hint, it starts with reviews. What's the one thing standing between you and more clients? It's not a fancy website, it's not running ads, it's trust. And in 2025, trust is a new currency. Think about it. You'd never buy a $30 gadget on Amazon with no reviews, so why would someone drop $3,000 on your services without proof you're legit? In this next episode, I'm breaking down why reviews matter more than ever, how they close the trust gap, and how to learn to turn them into the #1 lead magnet. Stick around, hit subscribe, let's build your overflow. May you be blessed, may your business be fruitful, multiply, have dominion. I'm Ann Kibler. I'll see you on the flip side. Let's go.